Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. Today we're going to talk about RDTE, QDTE, and RDTE. As you know, I have no more skin in the game, so I really don't care what they do, but you do, and I'm just going to call it as I see it. Now, I will also tell you, I have reached out to them. They have failed to respond back, but let's give them time. If you could do me a big favor, reach out to them and tell them to come on the channel. I'm a fair and honest guy. I'll give them a chance. They say that they wish that I would get my facts straight. Well, set me straight. I have no problem admitting that I might be wrong. No problem whatsoever. But if they're unwilling to come onto the channel and set the facts straight, then what do they have to hide? Just my honest opinion. They've always had my email address. They've always had my cell phone number. They know who I am. They can reach out to me and say, hey, let's get together and let's talk about some of my comments and set me straight. They say I don't know the facts. Educate me. Educate the audience. I'm willing to do that. It appears that they might not be willing to do that. So please send them an email. Send them a message through their website. Come on the channel. Set me straight, and I'll be more than willing to say I was wrong. Just going to say it. I've admitted I was wrong before, but I don't see them reaching out. And we're going to just talk about the data. So real quick, they posted on their blog without sending any notification to any shareholder. Let's throw that out for conversation point. I went out looking for something else, and lo and behold, they say 2 new blogs. One about XDTE, and it shows how much they're beating the market and bragging about beating the market. And kudos to them. Currently they are. But clearly by the title of the thumbnail, this might not last. There's also a separate blog, and I will have links below about QDTE. They're saying that they're beating the market, and 100% they are. They're beating the market. It is what it is. I agree with them. They're beating the market. But, that's a big but. Let's go over the data for this week, and you can make your own opinion from the data. RDTE. All I'm going to say is they wrote a call in the money. Now, granted, they could have wrote this call a couple minutes after market opening and it wouldn't have been in the money, but at least it's at the money. And they did that on Thursday, and then they lost money. Just, it is what it is. That's what they ended up doing. They lost money. They wrote it at the money on Thursday. On Friday, they wrote it at the money again. For the week, profit loss, they lost money. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how much money per share they lost this week, and we'll go from there, and I'll give you my final commentary at the end. QDTE, they again wrote their calls. They lost 3 calls this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. They lost a total of $1.3 million this week in their calls, but hey, they made 20 cents. So we'll talk about this at the end. So XDTE, everybody's favorite, great fund. They lost $813,000 this week with their calls. They had 3 days this week that the price went through the strike. I did a profit loss for you. Now, I said NAV erosion incoming. Okay, let's talk about this. 2 weeks from now, they're going to make a payout. Per Dave. He said this. They're going to pay 2 weeks behind. Where are they going to get the money from? They lost money all week long. How much money did they lose per share this week? But if nobody buys any more shares this entire next week and a half, and they make any payment 2 weeks from now, it can only come out of the NAV. Where's the money coming from? They lost money this week on every single fund. Now, granted, they can make a little bit of money on their treasuries or their money market that they hold. It's not enough to move the bar for what they lost. So if they make any payment in 2 weeks, the money's coming from somewhere. The data shows if nobody buys any shares from now until a week and a half from now, or 2 weeks, they lost 12.8 cents on QDTE. On XDTE, they lost 24 cents. On RDTE, they lost 54 cents. And I'm still wondering why they won't come onto the channel. Why will they not face the music? I'm a fair and honest guy. I'm showing you the data, and the data is the data. I know a lot of people got upset at me on Wednesday. A lot of people jumped off the channel because they thought that I was being unfair to Roundhill. It's an open door. They can come and talk to me. They can set the facts straight. And I wish they would, but they haven't. All they're willing to do so far is tell subscribers that they wish that I would get my facts straight. Well, come set me straight. I will be more than willing to take the beating, to say I was wrong. But I don't see them doing it. Do you see them doing it? No. And I bet they may decide to come around after seeing this video and all your postings telling them to come onto the channel. Maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe they will finally admit, maybe we should talk to Brad and clear up all the misconceptions about rolling. There is a post on the Wednesday video where somebody reached out to Round and they responded to him and they said that they wish I had my facts straight. That there will be zero NAV erosion when they roll the calls. So if you're into options, they're going to close out an option and open up another option. There's no transaction fees, none involved. They said there'll be zero NAV erosion. No transaction fees involved in this. Remember, they said no NAV erosion when they do this. Close it, open it, no NAV erosion. No profits will be paid out if they made a profit, because if they make a payment from rolling it, it can only come out of your NAV. But they've put it in writing that there's going to be zero NAV erosion when they roll. At least that's what they told a subscriber. They haven't told me that, so it's all hearsay. So come on the channel. Walk us through the plan. Oh, one other thing. They said Dave did not understand the question when he got asked, what's the plan? That is what they wrote. And I'll even go one farther out. I will write the questions down so they can research the answers. And they can correct me if I'm wrong. And I hope they do. I'd love to learn something from them. Maybe I can. I am totally open to learning from them. But right now, they're not corresponding with me. They're not open to have a conversation. And it's not the first time I've offered to have a conversation with them. They've chosen not to come on. They have chosen not to engage me. So I'm just leaving it to you. You can make up your own mind. But if they pay you anything 2 weeks from now, it can only come out of your NAV. Calling it as the data says, and if my data is wrong, I'm sure everybody was going to put comments down below. I'm just going to like them and give you a thumbs up. Last week or this week, I've spent way too many of my hours telling people that this is the way that it is. One person and I'm going to address this now. One person said, this guy's in charge of 100 ETFs. He can't know everything. No, he's in charge of 19 ETFs, and he should know about these funds. Lastly, one more thing. There's another interview with him done on another channel. Came out this week, and I know a subscriber posted on it because I saw the comment, and I backed up that subscriber's comment on my other account. I also made a comment. According to Dave, covered call ETFs will not beat the market in a down market. So I want you to understand this. A bearish call does not beat the market in a down market. No, that's not how it works. If you don't believe me, link down below. You can go watch the interview. He must have misspoken again. I cannot make this up. Just come on the channel. We'll set the record straight. I'll make sure that I have you clarify your answers so it's clear to me and the audience what's going on. Because going on other channels and they're not willing to challenge you with your questions or answers, then that's just false propaganda. Just throw it out. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Nobody's willing to challenge them. They're just, I'm willing to challenge. So, that's the end of this week's video. Like it or not, thumbs down, thumbs up, doesn't matter. Lots of thumbs down. Until next time, God bless.